Okay, we have to talk about the Miss Universe 2023 preliminary competition evening gown section. Oh my goodness. Starting with Albania, there is no time to waste. Albania came out in this tin foil gown, but tell me why I actually loved it. I mean, obviously she didn't have to drag that cape the whole time though, but I did actually like the way that this gown looked. Next up, Angola. Angola, obviously after Albania's tinfoil gown, was a bit underwhelming, but still pretty in my opinion. Argentina came out in a gown. I didn't think it was unique, and she didn't give a especially unique performance either, so a bit underwhelming there. Aruba walked way too fast for a gown. I mean, the shoulder thing already was too much, but then she added insult to injury by not giving a good performance either. Australia, honestly, very pretty, giving oatmeal a little bit, I have to admit. You know what it's actually giving, being from South Africa? It's giving like bride from the winelands that doesn't want to get married in a plain white dress. That's what Australia was giving for me, okay? Then we have the Bahamas. Not a good performance. I actually feel like the dress deserved better. Bahrain, honestly, very nice dress. Performance was definitely not there, but the dress was beautiful. Belgium, I love this dress. I want this dress. She's not giving a stunning performance, but the dress I loved. Bolivia, I mean, aren't we over the pink? It sort of hurts my eyes, to be honest with you, at this point. All of the pink that we are having to look at. Oh my goodness, Brazil was definitely giving Miss Universe 2008. If you guys know, you know. I did think that she held her smile for too long, but this dress was definitely very nostalgic for me. The British Virgin Islands, her steps were so awkward, and the dress was very ill-fitting at the hips, and honestly I just think the whole look washed her out a lot. Bulgaria, guys, no, this was way too much. Way too much. Who or what had to die for the bottom of this dress to exist? Also, I just know. Bulgaria was just a hard no for me. Cambodia, stunning gown. I really liked the details of Cambodia's gown. Really pretty in my opinion. Cameroon, I mean, wow, this was a queen gown, to be honest with you. I just wish Cameroon's face game was better. For Canada, I just feel like red doesn't suit her, to be honest with you. I mean, imagine if this was like a light blue or like a lighter color, you know, something that's more in Canada's color scheme. I just feel like red is not for her. Cayman Islands, not a very unique gown. Her face wasn't really giving either. Chile was giving straight up angel. I mean, I love the patterns of this gown. To me, this is a perfect white gown because it does not scream bride at all. Colombia, guys. Oh my goodness. I'm really tired of seeing Colombia in strapless silver gowns because nobody's gonna do it like Ariadna Gutierrez did it in 2015. But I have to admit, she totally ate. Honestly, Colombia is really giving at this year's Miss Universe competition, but truthfully, when are they not? Costa Rica came out in a Miss Grand International gown, in my opinion. She walked too fast, fidgeted with the train too much. Costa Rica, yes, she just wasn't very impressive in my opinion, especially coming after Colombia. Croatia walked way too fast. No performance was giving, and the dress, it looked like it was too big, to be honest with you. Curacao came out in another pink dress. I really disliked the arm things, like on the one arm especially. With Czech Republic, her get-up was leaving feathers all over the stage. Is that not embarrassing, like leaving a trail of your outfit everywhere you go? Then we have Denmark. The train was highly unnecessary. for Denmark, to be honest with you. Dominican Republic reminds me of Mark Anthony's wife from 2021. What was her name again? Yes, the one that represented Paraguay. And actually, what is funny is Dominican Republic this year actually used to date Mark Anthony as well. So, but she also walked too fast for gown, in my opinion. Then we have Ecuador. Ecuador was pretty. I really liked Ecuador, to be honest with you. For Egypt, Egypt's shoes killed me. This is not Miss Grand International. I don't know why she was in those horse hoof for shoes. The rest, honestly, the rest of Egypt's thing that she's got going on wasn't bad. It was just the shoes, like, made me want to projectile vomit onto my computer screen, to be honest with you. El Salvador. Why does it look like it's a bit unfinished? I mean, it's very chic, which I like. I like the simplicity, and she's giving a good performance, but like the dress itself, it just looks like it's unfinished. Equatorial Guinea, I'm not a fan of the dress. It's too, how do I say it? It looks too thick or too floofy. It's just not for me. For Finland, this was not it. I mean, what is that visible underskirt? It's not her color. It's just, no. Better luck next time. France, guys. Nobody disappointed me more than France at this year's preliminary competition. What the hell was this? So disappointing. I mean, it looks like she got this straight from her grandmother's 80s wardrobe. I mean, what the hell was France thinking coming out in this? You're supposed to put your best foot forward at prelims. Then we have Germany. Very simple, but yet sophisticated. I mean, did she give the best, most stunning performance ever? No, but I feel like there was potential. If she were to give a better performance, this gown would have definitely, pulled it off, in my opinion, because it's very sophisticated and, chic. Great Britain can't walk. I'm so sorry. A dress like that needs a walk. Otherwise, you just look ridiculous on stage with a dress like that and no performance. Greece, Greece, we will never bring the high-low style back from 2013 where it died. I'm so sorry, over my dead body. That should just never happen. Stop trying to bring it back. Guatemala, very interesting concept, but it's just not for me. I mean, the choke neck, the color blocking, just the colors not it's not for me. It's not for me. But her performances at the prelims have been great. I will say that about Guatemala. Guyana, very pretty gown, slightly giving Miss Grand International. Her walk is just not good. For Honduras, the neck detail is just too much. Too much playing with the cape and very stiff walk. But honestly, Honduras is actually just such a pretty girl. But there was just too many things off about her gown performance for me. Hungary gave absolutely no performance. She just walked and smiled, which I don't think is enough. Iceland really wore the literal oatmeal of evening gowns. It was so uninteresting to look at. India, guys, this just wasn't it. The cutouts made her look wider than she is. The color washed her out. I mean, what was that aggression in the performance? I feel so badly because I really liked her during the swimsuit performances. For Indonesia, she was wearing a beautiful gown. I wish it was a more vibrant green, however. For Ireland, it's looked like it's made from literal curtains. I mean, I think I have seen this exact curtain in an auntie's house. I do like her attitude though. For Italy, I don't know, it's just, maybe it's too conservative. I'm on the fence about this because at at one end, I feel like it's not bad, but at the other end, I feel like it's not, it's too much, in a sense. For Jamaica had a very stiff walk and very uncomfortable facial expressions. Lovely gown, but again, it's the performance that carries the gown, to be honest. Japan, that poor piece of fabric was just sweeping the floor. Sleeping the floor. I was falling asleep during this year's prelims, to be honest with you. I just think that having these pieces of fabric that the girls take off and then they just sweep the floor with them is so unnecessary. But Japan's gown itself was actually quite lovely. For Kazakhstan, I really loved this. You know, it's so flowy and feminine. She just absolutely has no face game, which is sad. For Korea came out in a wedding gown, full stop. I'll take no further questions. Korea got married after the prelims, for all I know, with this gown. Kosovo gave a poor performance, and it ruined a perfectly good dress, unfortunately. Laos came out with some attitude, which I liked, and actually quite a unique gown. Okay, the boob wings, whatever those are called, they are a bit strange, okay, but other than that, I think that Laos had something going here, to be honest with you. Latvia, I mean, I've seen this gown a million times, and her performance was very unrefined to go with it. Lebanon came out in a stunning dress, but she had an unrefined performance as well. Malaysia, I think the details were pretty nice. I mean, I liked the details, yet the whole thing ended up still being a bit underwhelming. I mean, maybe it was the color, maybe if it was in a different color. Yeah, it just, Malaysia, I think that overall it was still a bit underwhelming. Malta stumbled, but she was wearing a very pretty gown, I must admit. Mauritius, oh my goodness, guys. I ended up adoring Mauritius because I thought that this was the perfect color. She's really pretty. I really like Mauritius. I just want to scoop her up and, you know, just hug her for days because she seems so sweet. And she looks so pretty. She's just a little baby. Okay, I'll hear nothing negative about Mauritius. Thank you, because I have adopted her as my baby now. Okay, Mexico. Oh, I was a bit disappointed in Mexico because, you know, it's red. Red for Mexico. Groundbreaking. We've never seen Mexico wearing red at Miss Universe ever. I don't think. I'm obviously being sarcastic. I expected more from Mexico, to be honest with you. Mongolia obviously could have done without the shoulder strings, and she definitely was desperately lacking face game. Myanmar could have been a national costume. I mean, it looks pretty much homemade, this ensemble that Myanmar was wearing. For Namibia, you know, this is personal because this is my home country now. The color, I thought, washed her out. But truly, I do not think, and I don't know if this is bias speaking, but I don't think that she gave a bad performance. I just wish the color of the gown was different. And that probably there was more of the gown, because I feel like the gown, yeah, you know what, I don't have anything negative actually to say about the gown, other than the color washed her out. Nepal, guys, it's just, okay. As a heavier set woman myself, I don't think that this fabric and too much detail did Nepal any favors. I think really for Nepal, less would be more. And yeah, so I didn't appreciate Nepal's look. Netherlands, I love this color on the Netherlands, so pretty. Nicaragua came out, guys, and she stunned. I mean, there were very little wow moments at this year's Miss Universe prelims. Nicaragua was a wow moment. Her performance really made that gown. And this just once again goes to show that it's really not about the gown. It's about the woman performing in the freaking gown. And Nicaragua did that. She did just that. Nicaragua was stunning, amazing, queen, literally top 3 of the evening for me. Nigeria, guys, she stumbled. She was slumped over. I'm so disappointed in Nigeria. I'm so freaking disappointed in Nigeria, right? After her top 15 placement at Miss World 2017, I expected better from Nigeria, to be honest with you. Norway, black really isn't her color. It really isn't her color. I know I go on and on about not liking black gowns on stage, and I know sometimes you guys are like, but sometimes black gowns are acceptable. Yes, as in the case of Albania last year, but black isn't Norway's color. She looks like she's going to the funeral of her rich old husband who died in mysterious circumstances. It's not. It's just not for the Miss Universe stage, to be honest with you. It's for the funeral home. Pakistan, lovely. I think that sleeves, actually, if I may add something, sleeves would have suited this look more. Panama, guys, she's gorgeous. I mean, I had no complaints about Panama, to be honest with you. Paraguay almost fell over. She was wearing a very pretty dress, however. Peru was wearing such a stunning dress. I just wish her performance was more intense. You know, she wasn't giving intensity enough. The Philippines, it's all very, like, hard and heavy. How do I even describe this? It's giving, like, tech vibes. It's giving ninja. I think that Michelle D just about pulled it off, but it was very different from what I was expecting. For Poland, I wish this gown was strapless, but the color does suit her in my opinion. Portugal, my eyes, guys, they burn. I mean, were those sleeves really necessary? Were they? But on the other hand, at least she was performing. I mean, it's camp due to the way that she performed. If she didn't give a performance, this would have been utterly ridiculous. Puerto Rico, oh my goodness, what can I say? Stunning. The performance was amazing. Puerto Rico is just that girl. Again, simple gown, but the performance made it like super amazing. Puerto Rico and Nicaragua both understand this, and it shows. Russia, visible boning in gowns is just not for me. It's giving 2020. So I didn't like Russia's gown that much. St. Lucia, oh, guys, she did this in swimsuit as well, performing like we're in the 70s. Like, just give me something. Just give me something to latch onto. For Singapore, this looked damn straight like an MGI gown, like a Miss Grand International gown. But, once again, her performance was very lackluster to go with it. With Slovakia, oh my goodness, how pretty was this? I want this dress. It was so pretty. Then came South Africa, guys. You guys know that I was born in South Africa, raised there, moved to Namibia when I was 14. So obviously I still very much identify with my South African heritage, so, shall we say, like most of my family still live there. And you know what South Africa's gown was giving? Like, first thing I thought when I saw it, sand. But sand in the way that it's like she's a child of the soil. Let's make it poetic, okay? It made her skin pop. I'll give her that. And one thing about it, it is pretty unique. So yes, let me know what you guys think about South Africa's gown. I wasn't disappointed. Brione actually performed. She performed all night long. And so I was very proud of her for that. Spain, definitely not a wow or a unique dress at all. Switzerland, kinda too much and bland at the same time. Tell me how that works. For Thailand, she her performance was actually very stiff. Very stiff. I wish Thailand had given me more. Like, this preliminary competition has been eye-opening, y'all. I mean, my goodness. At least Nicaragua and Puerto Rico delivered, but, like, Thailand was very stiff and uncomfortable on stage, unfortunately. Trinidad and Tobago was rushing, and she was just giving very bland, like, unseasoned, I don't know what. Just, next, Ukraine. Guys, this was painful. This one was, like, painful to watch. I mean, no, baby, what is this? I was like, the shoes, guys. Okay, first of all, we have to dissect this thing piece by piece. The shoes. Need I say more? I'm embarrassed for her. I am embarrassed for this poor woman. The USA, there's nothing unique about it. The performance was passable, but there's nothing unique about this look. Venezuela, okay, this dress and this woman are too stunning. Absolutely amazing. Vietnam came out looking like an absolute angel, and she actually did perform a lot, which I liked. Zimbabwe, I wasn't a fan of the color on her, to be honest with you. So I don't want to be mean to Zimbabwe because, you know, she's the first one to come and represent Zimbabwe in a while, but this color just wasn't it. And I think that's everybody. Let me know what you guys think of the preliminary evening gown competition this year. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!